Good evening, everyone. My name is Sherise Patterson, and welcome to the Grand Business Networking Affair. I am here right now, but I'm not actually your host. I'm just here to introduce the host of today's program. Her name is Ms. Darlene Anderson, and I've known Darlene Anderson for several years. She hosts events, conversations amongst couples, singles, married people. She hosts these conversation events where people come together and they get a lot of information. She pulls it out of them. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Ms. Darlene Anderson.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
There it is, because my energy is extremely high, so I need everybody to rise above my energy tonight. Are we having a good time? Yeah. All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I am a motivational speaker and social justice advocate. Thank you very much. Thank you. And what does that mean? I love to talk and I love my community in a nutshell. I do have a series, DU's Conversation Series. It is a forum where I go out and I get clergy, therapists, sex therapists, book authors, and we weigh in on the many aspects of maintaining healthy relationships amongst people. Married, single, dating, it doesn't matter. We just talk about different aspects of relationships. And we have a good time because the overall objective is bringing men and women together to maintain healthy relationships, to make a better community for our children. So that's pretty much the objective of my series, and I have a good time doing it. We really get it in. In addition to that, one of the biggest things I'm very much involved with is networking. And you guys are doing a lot of that today. Networking is so important as it relates to growing your business. And we're going to be sharing a lot of different aspects and resources as it relates to networking.
But you know what, I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to hear about all of your businesses that that's what I do. I take everything in and I try to see what I can do to make businesses better. Because that's what this is all about. This is all about taking our businesses, listening and learning to see how we can make it better. So as you listen to some of the elevator pitches that people are doing, see how you can connect and partner with somebody in the room. Because even though they may not have a business that is, close to what you're doing, it's so many different ways that you can partner. And I partner with so many people here, and I'm looking to move further with the company. I'm looking to partner with people out there. Simply to Empower is about giving businesses the tools and resources they need to grow and operate successful businesses. And that's what this is all about. That's why we're all here, because we all want to go to the next level. We all want to grow, and we all want to take the information that we learn, apply it, and take things to the next level. So I'm excited. Are we excited today? Yeah. All right. I'm so happy to hear that. That makes me feel good inside, because I know that we're all moving in the right direction, and that's what the mission is all about. Thank you, Darlene.
Thank you. So we're going to prepare to have our keynote speaker come up and share a little bit about what she does. I'm so excited to be introducing this individual. As I stated, when we start out sometimes in doing our businesses, sometimes it's planned, sometimes it's focused, structured, it's years of preparation. Other times it's something that you just kind of stumble into. For myself, I stumbled into Darlene's Utopia. I never wanted to do a business, I just knew that I wanted more money. I love what I do as far as my daytime job, because we have our 9 to 5s, and then we have our passions, which are our businesses. I had my 9 to 5. And I'm still actually in the field of social services. I love it. Anyone in the field of social services knows that there's no money, but you have a passion for changing people's lives. So you do it. You get up, you put the sweat into it, and it's literally sweat equity. You're giving a lot to your company, more so than you're getting back. Because you'll look at your check and you're like, I did all of this, and you talking about bill, but this is what my check looks like. How much? I want to know how much the VP made. Because you're really working in that field, but you do it because you're changing lives of homeless people. You're changing lives of people coming out of prison, people with medical ailments, children. You're changing lives for people, and you're making their situation sometimes even better than yours. So I wanted to do something where I could help someone else, but I wanted to be helped as well. And I wound up stumbling across a person that told me about a company, Warm Spirit. And I started working for Warm Spirit. At the time, I didn't care. It was a health and wellness company. I didn't care about body butters. I didn't care about lotions. I didn't care about doing a spa fee. I was going to do whatever I needed to do to make the extra money. So I would come to your house. I would do your little spa parties and everything because I knew every month I was going to get a check. And that would help me pay my bills that I needed to pay. But in that mission, as I said earlier, there was so much more that I got out of that. Friends for a lifetime. The networking is amazing. The person that actually brought me in, Robin Devonish Scott, I came in as her downlines, uplines, downlines, and network marketing. Some of you know that. She brought me in. She was kind of like my sponsor, so to speak. She's written so many amazing books, and now I'm writing a book. Warm Spirit is gone. There's no more Warm Spirit. I got so many skills from Robin that now I'm able to write a book. Before, it would be unheard of for me to get in front of a bunch of people and speak. Those calls that we did for Warm Spirit, learning about when you go to people and you give them your brochure, it's a lot. For this little young lady to get up and do what she did, people have to be coached to do that. And let's give her another round of applause. Let's give you a big round of applause. Because it takes a lot for this young lady to do what she does. You've accomplished more than people probably die not doing, being honest. So just share a little bit about what you do, Miss Linda.
Hi, my name is Linda Derry. I'm a little go-getter. Thank you for those who helped me with the Breast Cancer Awareness Fund. Thank you.
You're very
welcome. At my table, I'm selling chocolate-covered lollipops, chocolate-covered pretzels, and I'm selling children's books for $2 for $1.02.
You have to be coached to sell a lollipop. You have to be coached to sell lipstick. Those coaching calls help me to speak better, to articulate better, even to use my hands. So many things that I do now, I used to be like this. Now I try to measure my hands. I try to use my hands at the appropriate time when I want to stress something. But then I try to keep my hands to the side. These are all things that I learned in network marketing. And a part of the team that I was on, I work with this person, Toni Coleman-Brown, a beast. A beast, a networking beast. Tony's favorite slogan, and I remember this, we had all did the Circle of Sisters one year, and it was my first time, and I was so excited because they were excited. I didn't know what I was going to sell, what I was going to do. I just was going to go out there and say, I work for Warm Spirit, and I'm excited to be here. And Tony said, you know, I'm so tired, but you know what? I sleep when I'm dead. I will sleep when I'm dead. There's too much work that needs to be done. And the night before we had the big day, I remember her putting up, I remember that she was up really, really late, and we were putting up the booth and getting ready. And then it had to be back like, they would finish like at 12 midnight and then be back like 1 in the morning or something like that. It wasn't that close, but it was so close to the point where she would not get any rest. And she said, I will sleep when I'm dead because the goal for us tomorrow is to get leads. We want to get leads. It doesn't matter how much you sell today. You have to connect with people and create a pipeline. So a year from now, the people that you meet, those will be the people that will help make your business continue. And I didn't understand it then, but I really understand it now because I started a database from that day. And some of those people years ago in my database are my friends today that I met at the Jacob Javits Center, using some of the strategies that she's going to come and talk about today. So it's really an honor to be sitting here and introducing one of my mentors in a networking field. So I'm very excited to introduce Ms. Toni Coleman-Brown, who has written 3 books. Quantum Leap was her first book when I met her, and she's going to talk about that book and her other books and the many of things that she did, as well as founding the Network for Women in Business. So I give you all Ms. Toni Coleman-Brown.
All right. Y'all excited?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How you doing, Lisa? It's always nice to see people that you've met from your other
networking events. And I see quite a few people here that I met from my past networking events. There's Jeanette Marie, there's Deltris, there's Yvelle Barnes, there's Darlene Anderson, there's Sherise. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about building your business on a shoestring budget using social media. Right now, what I'm into is the Network for Women in Business. This is a company that I started in January of 2012. Right now, we have over 2,200 members, and we have almost 16,000 Facebook followers. We have about over 10,000 monthly visitors that come to our website, and we're growing on a regular basis. I have to tell you that I found my niche for training in the network marketing industry. I found my niche for speaking in the network marketing industry. So as a result of that passion, I stepped out from it and I launched this Network for Women in Business. And our mission and our purpose and our goal is to train, connect, and advance women in business. Our motto is we educate to elevate women in business. And that's what we're about tonight. We're about educating. So that's a little bit about the Network for Women in Business. So to tell you a little bit about Facebook, I mean, you know, to say that I started in January of 2012 and now we have almost 16,000 Facebook followers is huge, and it's growing on a regular basis. I'm so excited about that. You know, Facebook and social media is changing the game. It's changing the game for a lot of people because it allows the average person to be able to do what some of these big companies are seeking to do, but you don't have to have a lot of money. You just have to get in the game. So it's been a wonderful experience, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do what I've done using some practical steps. So what is it about? In this new age, it's about you. It's about you incorporated. I want everybody in the room to understand and know that you have a story. You have a story to tell, and people want to hear it, believe it or not. Whether you believe it, there are people out there that want to know about what you do, how you're doing it, and they have problems that you can definitely solve. So if you can position yourself on the internet using social media as a problem solver and the person who has the solutions to their problems, you'll be able to attract people to you on a regular basis. They will come to you for the answer. They will come to you for their comfort food. They will come to you for their logo items. They will come to you because you have exactly what it is that they need and what they're looking for. So it's about you. It's about you, but it's not about you. Now that may sound like a paradox. Some of you may have heard that before. But it is about you in a certain regard. It's not about you in a sense that it's about who you serve. So once you really understand who your ideal and target market is, all your social media efforts will fall into place and will fall in line. Most people, I always advise them they should have a hub, whether that's their website or whether that's their blog. But they should have a place that they can go to on a regular basis and add content and talk about what it is that they're doing and talk about how they have the solutions to certain problems that people have. Because it's a formula. It's a formula that you use to draw people to you. And basically you use tools like Hootsuite or TweetDeck. And if you have great videos, if you have great blog articles, or if you have great newsletters, you want to push that information out to your social media sites and pull people back in, right? But you need to build a following. What you're going to do is, if you have constant contact, or if you already have a database of people, if you have people in your Gmail account or your AOL address book, the first thing you want to do is reach out to those people and let them know that you have a Facebook page or a Pinterest page or a Google Plus page. So you want to reach out to the people that you already know. And then you want to ask those people to reach out to people that they know and let them know that you have a Facebook page or a Twitter page, and you want to ask them to follow you. That's the first thing. That's really easy and really simple. But I'm sure a lot of people that have social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, you probably haven't even told anyone to come and follow you on Twitter or like you on Facebook. You probably haven't even thought to use your own address book, but start with the people that you know. And then what you want to do is you want to use a strategy like I call it OPP. I call that other people's people. So you want to try to get into other people's circle. Because guess what? You know, you have a circle of friends, right? Right? You have your own personal circle of friends, and then your friends have circles of friends, right? And then their friends have circle of friends. So when you get into the circles of the other people, then your circle becomes bigger. So what you want to do is you want to begin to use a specific strategy to get to other people's people. Now the first thing you want to do is find out what type of posts do my people like? What type of things do my people like? I found out that with the Network for Women in Business that they like quotes. They really love quotes and pictures and videos, right? So if you look at this one is a quote. And it received 96 shares and 151 likes. And the reach was over 8,000 people. So over 8,000 people were able to see that particular post. So and the purpose of this is simple. You know, there's a couple of ways that you can get people to follow you using social media. You can do it for free or you can pay for it. You can pay for it with ads. And I'm going to get into that a little bit more. But you can do it for free by having people share your content and making it go viral. Okay, what is the reason why I would want to worry about how many people like, see, or comment on the post or even share it? You want to know this information because trust me when I say that every time someone likes, shares, especially share your post, you're going to get more people coming to your page, who you then can get more people to come to your website, who then can get more people to come and join your list that you can then begin to drizzle on, and then you put them in your pocketbook and directly impact your bottom line. Everyone has to start somewhere. This ad right here is what is called an engagement ad. Now on Facebook, you know how when you look on the right-hand side, you see these ads, and I'm going to show you. You can run ads on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn. I'm going to show you how you can do that. But an engagement ad is something that prompts a person to take action, basically. So this ad says, click like if you're proud to be a woman entrepreneur. Click like. So when I first started out and I initially announced the Facebook page, we probably had about 50 people that liked it. But then I ran this ad, right? And I went from 50 to 150, right? But I paid for that. Now, when you pay for an ad, it's really cool, it's really simple. You can target the people that you want to target. You can set a daily budget. If you want to spend $5 a day, you can spend $5 a day. You can turn an ad on and you can turn an ad off. So you don't have to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But this is how we started because this is how we wanted to get the ball rolling. So we started with an ad. But then once we begin to find the posts that people liked, then I turned the ads off. And I haven't turned the ads on since. And it's been growing virally on a regular basis because I know what my people like, I know what my people share, and I make sure that on a regular basis I'm putting on my page the things that they like to share because they know people clearly that are interested in the Network for Women in Business. I love the fact that Facebook has these new analytics now. So they show you, you can click on your insights on Facebook, and you can do this with all of your social media sites, and they will show you what your people like. So you can see here clearly that for photos, this is where I get the most engagement. So if I put just a regular quote that's a text, it's not going to get as much engagement as if I take that quote and put it on a photo. Then it'll get more engagement. So people like photos, and guess what? They also like to click on videos. So these are the ones that they click on, and these are the ones that they like most and share. So they love mostly the photos. So it will tell you, they will tell you exactly the direction that you need to go in. So that's why all of the analytics and the insights is so important, because it'll tell you exactly what you need to do to get more people onto your page. So here's the key. It's all about content. And I say content is the new currency. And, you know, one of the ladies said that in one of the books, and I have to tell you, she was right on point with that. And people think that you need a lot of content. You need to say a lot. You need to know a lot. You really don't. If you have, you know, I think it's called brainy quotes. Brainy quotes, you can get quotes. You could take the quotes and put them on some nice pictures if you want to. You could go to Pinterest and find nice quotes. You can also, if you have a blog, you can take your blog posts and send them out. You can have calls transcribed. You can have teleseminars transcribed. That becomes content. You can take all of your radio, if you have a radio show, or if you do a radio interview, you can get it transcribed and turn that into an ebook. There is so much that you can do. You can take, you know, your PowerPoint presentation and turn it into a video and post it on YouTube. And let me tell you something about YouTube, because YouTube is a site that most people sleep on. But let me tell you, YouTube is the second largest search engine next to Google. Most people say Google it, but really and truly, a lot of times when you want to find out how to do something, most people go to YouTube and they do a search. But the cool thing about posting a video on YouTube is that it stays there forever. It is like a residual commercial. It stays there forever until you take it down. And if you use the right keywords when you post on YouTube, you will have a remarkable flow of people coming to your website, because the key is, if your video is about social media, you want to say social media in the title, you want to put social media in the keywords, and you want to make sure you have your website listed right in the beginning of the description, so that as people are going from the top, going down, down, when they get to your website, in the description, they will click and they will get back to you. That's why, you know, people are so raging about social media, because it's a game changer, and it will constantly be a game changer. But people think that they have to, you know, be a slave to it. You know, you can take some real simple content and you can repurpose it and reuse it in a myriad of different ways. If you do a hard newsletter, you can take that hard newsletter and convert all of the articles that you've written into blog posts. You can record yourself speaking about the articles and put that on YouTube. You can send out a tweet, right, about it and have it go right back to your website. You know, I mean, it's amazing. You know, I tell you, every time I send out something on Twitter, I see a peak in my website. Twitter is great for you to get people, traffic flowing to your website. And you know, there are tools out there that you can use, like Hootsuite, or if you have Constant Contact, or any one of those softwares that will blast out your information across all of your social media sites. It makes it really easy and simple. And if you just take a calendar, right, and each month we have something going on. We have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, we have New Year, we have Valentine's Day, we have Women's History Month, we have tax season. See, I've gone through November, December, January, February, March, April. I just went through 6 months, right? And there are things that you could talk about. Thanksgiving, gratitude, Thanksgiving, you know, caring, being with family, not getting depressed during the holidays, not spending so much money during the saving during the holidays. You know, there's so much you can do around Christmas, that you can talk about a myriad of different things, that your product makes the best gifts, and all of that stuff that you can post and you can create content around. New year, new you, jumpstart your new year with, empowerment coaching and going to the Empowerment You training event. There's so many things that you can do. It's, Valentine's Day. We love our customers. We love our fans. So there's so many things that you can do with, just a simple content calendar. So you have Women's History Month, you have all your women's events, celebrate women in business, and there's so much you can do. Tax season, there's so much that you can write about based on holidays that are simply on a calendar. So the formula for success, I've been talking about it all night. I said that one of the things you want to do is you want to engage people, you want to get your fans, you want to provide infotainment. And then once you get the fans, you want to get them on your list. And once you get them on your list, you want to drizzle on them and begin to create that relationship. Because people do business with what? The people that they know, like, and trust, right? So once you get them to know, like, and trust you, then you can get them to open up your pocketbook. And then you become like an influencer. Once people begin to share your content, you become an influencer. You become that go-to person for that type of information. And that becomes pretty powerful. Then you turn off your ads if you ever start them, because you don't even have to start them if you don't want to. You can just start with putting out the content that your people like. But once you begin, if you start with ads, you can turn them off once you get good at what it is you're doing. And then you continue to analyze, like I said, and I love the fact that, the thing about social media is you blink, and before you know it, it's changed. It changes like, every 6 months or so, there's something new. But it's cool because they're always giving you more. And at the end of the day, they have a reputation. And what they want to do is they want to provide the people that spend their time there with the things that they're looking for and the things that they like. So basically, they're giving you more information so you can provide your fans and your people with the things that they like. So you do that, you continue to build more fans, followers, and all of that stuff, and get them deeper and deeper and deeper into your list. And then you get them to open up your pocketbook and get them deeper into your sales funnel. And so once you get good at that, all you have to do is just rinse and repeat and do that same thing over and over again. So there's no excuses for social media. It's like going to the gym. You gotta work it. This is a transient world that we live in. Doors are constantly, it's like revolving doors. People come into your life for a reason and for a season. You take them places. I always say that we're like elevators. We're either going to bring people up or we're going to pull people down. But when we meet them, we never leave them the same. Does that make sense? So it's the same way with social media. When people get into your circle, in your sphere, they want something. They want you to take them somewhere. So then the onus becomes on you to hold that responsibility and take them somewhere. And like I said, if you begin to build a tribe, it's better to hand off the tribe to someone else than to leave people hanging. Or better yet, sell it. Sell it. If you build a tribe that's viable, that's engaged, that's actually, making purchases and it's working for you, sell it. Does that make